Smart Shoppers. Big hand for Timmy's Organism. Big hand for Bob Higgins. And of course, Algoma's Hugh Blanc's Joyless Ones. Okay, I guess I said I was going to announce the lineup of the first GBO Fest today, so I guess I'm going to. But first I want to say big thanks to Sam Hain who made the flyer for tonight's show. Hopefully you got one. We only made 638 of these. We do have some left in the GB UFO if you want one. Okay. I also want to say the GB UFO Fest is going to be dedicated to 3 individuals. One is Sarah Danger Underhill, Force of Nature. It's her and the whole Goner family and Goner Fest are the only reason I'm doing this GB UFO Fest. I was at Goner Fest last 19 and it was so much fun. I said, why don't we just do something like this in Green Bay? So this is our attempt at that, and this is the first lineup. Besides Sarah, also to Chris Johnson. He's a promoter who, until he just died recently, was living in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and he used to be from Hudson, Wisconsin, and he set up the Bayport Deep Blues Fest, and he's the greatest promoter ever, and the nicest human being you probably could meet. And Chris Johnson just makes me not only want to be a better promoter, but a better human. So from now on, my show is we're going to treat the bands and the folks like it's a Chris Johnson show, because that's the biggest compliment I could pay to that guy. And the other person is somebody you may not know. You guys might remember the main stage down on Main Street. We kind of migrated there after the Concert Cafe shut down. And on Thursday nights they had this hip hop night. And one of the persons I met there, he goes by Tommy Boy. He was awesome on the stage. He was just loving and one of the coolest dudes. He was actually a really big part of the community in Green Bay. He was a linchpin at the Urban Cultural Center on Walnut Street. And he unfortunately just passed away in the last week. And we're going to dedicate the fest to him too. And I know a lot of you are touched by another artist that passed away. Worked with Joe and Nate, and I really feel for all of you. I didn't know Nate as well as some of you, but having another friend just die, I was just crushed. So my hearts are out with all of you who knew Nate. I think there's a lot of you here tonight, so my condolences to all of you. Okay, now we're gonna get to the lineup. Okay, it's 3 days, 2 shows a day. The first day is Friday, July 21st. At the Jabasso Skate Park, wherever that is these days. And the coolest thing about that show, because of the sponsorship of Cheesesteak Rebellion, that show is going to be a fucking free show. It starts at 2 in the afternoon. Teriyaki, 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 teriyaki. You tried, Thor. Oh, I got it. Okay. It's starting off with the French-Irish Coalition. Up next we'll have Impetuous Riff Raff. Then of course the amazing Shithole will be on. Green Bay favorites Beach Patrol will be on next. Then a band you may be familiar with called the Smart Shoppers. Then we have all the way from Salt Lake City, my daughter's band, the Zizus. They're flying in. And then from Madison, Wisconsin, the Proud Parents who kick ass. No, I'm going to say Proud Parents and you're going to be louder. And the Proud Parents. Thank you. And headlining that show will be from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Crosses, featuring Danny DeKroitzen, and they do all the Kroitzen. Okay, now we're going to go to the late show, which is at the Lyric Room, and that's going to start off with George's Bush. And then, okay, it's a Madison band, so I expect you to be loud. Up next, after that, will be Baby Tyler. All the way from Nashville, Tennessee, Wesley and the Boys. The reason they're on this festival is because they stayed in the Airbnb in Memphis next to Andy Junk and I, and they're awesome, and their dog is awesome. So when they asked me to be on the fest, I said yes. And then, okay, we have a Wisconsin band that many would never thought we'd see again. Nick Allen's coming back from Canada, and the Strong Come Ons will be headlining that night. Okay, day 2. Badger State Brewing Company starts at noon. I might have mentioned this before, but that show starts off at high noon with the Florida Brothers Band from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got kind of like a Murderer's Row of Milwaukee bands starting off the fest, because up next after that we have Body Futures. Oh yeah. And then the infamous Illuminati. And then, from Salt Lake City, my daughter's band, the Zizus, is playing. Actually, there's going to be a secret band around that part of the bill, but we haven't figured out who they are yet. But we'll let you know, maybe. Okay, then all the way from Memphis, Jeremy and the Drip Edges, which is Jeremy Scott from the Raining Sound. Okay, that... do-over. Jeremy and the Drip Edges, which is Jeremy Scott from the Raining Sun. Okay, and then we have a fucking musical fucking treasure on the stage next, because Tyler Keith and the Apostles will be playing. And then all the way from Portland, Oregon, Scott Drake's most recent band, the Gorilla Teens, are playing. They don't even have an album out, and we're fucking flying them in, so you know they're fucking good. Okay, it's the part of the night where I'm using profanity, I'm sorry. To the children here. Speaking of the children, after the Gorilla Teens, another reunion many thought we'd never see. The Mystery Girls are playing. Okay, and the headliner of the Badger State show, we just determined days ago. It's a doozy. I personally saw them fucking kick ass after ass at Goner Fest 19. Motherfuckers, we got sick thoughts in the house! Okay, day 3. That's at the GB UFO, 2248 University Avenue. It starts at 1 o'clock with a band from Milwaukee. I hope I'm saying their name right. The Robits? Is that how they say it? Is it the Robits? Robits? With it? What? Robits. Okay. Okay. Well, they're, I think, really secretly robots, so that's why we booked them. Okay, the Stink Guys are playing, who are really good. You guys all saw the Stink Guys here last week. And then, well, I'm flying them in, I'm making them play a lot, but my daughter's band from Salt Lake City, the Zizus, are also playing like that. And then Holly and the Nice Lions from Green Bay. Okay, the late show, we're going to make you leave Green Bay and drive to Algoma at a venue we've still to determine, but we got the Onions from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. We got from Algoma, Wisconsin, Hugh Blanc's Joyless Ones. Shockingly, we also have from Salt Lake City the Zizus on that show. And from Milwaukee, Jinxie will be highlighting that show. That's Wendy Norton's new band, so formerly the Fun Boys. So thank you for listening to all of that. Thank you for all coming out. And like, really, seriously, we wanted this show to be special, and you guys made it special. Give yourselves all a big hand. Thank you. Okay. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.